And how is everyone doing today? It's your boy FlyIsland guy, and I'm back with another video. Today we are back in the Cessna Citation CJ4, and I was looking around on flightsim.to as I do from time to time, and I saw a new skin that was put out about a month or so ago, and man, this thing is blazing. We're talking the Gen 2. It's a Gen 2 or Generation 2 livery for the Citation, and it comes with a sexy redesign of the interior as well. So we're just all sexy here today, and man, it is looking absolutely awesome. So if we go inside. And we're staring at the center console right now, center pedestal. Let's go inside the cabin real quick and just take a quick look around. As you can see, the interior has been redesigned as well. This time we got some sexy white on brown upholstery going on. I tell you, man, people are going all out with these retextures for the CJ4. So man, this one looks absolutely awesome as well, and I'm loving what they've done with it. Like, by default it already looks good, but these redesigns have been amazing as well. So absolutely loving this one. I'll put the link in the description box below. But in the meantime, let's get started. We are in Auckland, New Zealand today. I'm gonna hurry up and get started because my battery is about to die. And I'm gonna go and get our engine started. Just want to pop back real quick while that's happening. Should be able to see the engine start from back here. There we go. So as I said, we are in Auckland, New Zealand, and we are heading over to Christchurch. Just wanted to do something a little different today, man. Like I'm normally in the Western Hemisphere flying around, but today we are all the way over on the eastern side of the world. And as I've mentioned many times before, I'm a huge cricket fan. And that's literally the reason why I decided to do New Zealand. So if you don't know, New Zealand has a cricket team, pretty good, and they often have a lot of their matches here in Christchurch. Sorry, this is in Auckland. So we're in Auckland now. We're heading down to Christchurch, and Christchurch is one of the cities where they have a lot of cricket matches. Since the last time we used the CJ4, there hasn't been any major updates. So this is still version 12.1. And I don't know. As I said, I don't fly this plane as much as I want to. One of my goals right now in On Air is to hurry up and sell that King Air and hop into this so I can fly this more often. Alright, so just looking at SimBrief really quick. Today our flight time is going to be, if I can just bring it up real quick. flight time is 1 hour and 11 minutes. With the taxi, I believe it's about an hour and 20 minutes from gate to gate. So yeah, so that's where we're at today. Our cruising altitude is 41,000 feet. We're actually doing a step climb today. So our first altitude is 41,000 feet, and then we're going to be climbing up to 43,000. So that's already it's already in our flight plan. So everything's plugged in. I will drop a notch of flap, and I'm going to try and get used to flying this again, because as I said, it has been a long while. And I'm also going to pull up the map here for Auckland. And while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and let us brief the passengers, and then we shall be on our way.
May I have your attention, please? Welcome aboard the Citation CJ4 aircraft. Your flight crew will make every effort to make your trip a pleasant one. At this time, please refer to the passenger briefing card located near your seat for important safety-related information. Smoking is prohibited aboard this aircraft while the no smoking lights are illuminated, and prohibited in the lavatory at all times. Aviation regulations require passenger compliance with lighted no smoking and seatbelt signs, placards, as well as flight crew instructions. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, please ensure that your lap belt and shoulder harness are fastened and all portable electronic devices are turned off. Tables, luggage, and loose articles must be stowed and secured. Seats must be in the upright and outboard position, and your headrest extended per instructions located near your seat. To fasten your lap belt, place the flat metal end into the buckle. Pull on the lap belt strap to tighten the lap belt. To fasten the shoulder harness, pull the shoulder harness strap across and in front of you, and hook the metal end onto the stud located in your lap belt. To release your lap belt, depress the latch release on the top portion of the buckle. To release the shoulder harness, unhook the metal end from the stud. Because of the possibility of unexpected turbulence, please keep your lap belt securely fastened about you at all times while in your seat. In the event of cabin depressurization, oxygen masks will automatically drop from overhead compartment. Locate the nearest mask, pull the mask down to the full length of the tubing, and place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust. The right side of the aft cabin. To open the emergency exit, remove the plastic panel covering the release handle. Turn the handle in the clockwise direction. Pull the top of the emergency exit inward, lifting the base out of the opening and into the cabin. Discard the emergency exit overboard. Exit the cabin by stepping through the opening onto the wing and continue forward off the wing. The main entry door, which you use to enter the aircraft, may also be used as an emergency exit. To open the main entry door, first push in on the inner paddle located above the inner handle. Second, pull down on the inner handle approximately 90 degrees. Push the door open and lower the stairs to exit the aircraft. Life vest locations are placarded near your seat. To don the life vest, tear open the storage bag and remove the vest. Place the life vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, buckle, and tighten the strap. For children, wrap the belt around a leg, buckle, and tighten the strap. Inflate the life vest after exiting the plane by pulling downward on both red tabs. If the life vest fails to inflate, blow into the manual inflation tubes attached to the vest. For information on the location and use of fire extinguishers, as well as other emergency or survival equipment, refer to your passenger briefing card or consult your flight crew. Thank you, and have a pleasant. May I have your attention, please? We will be taking off shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, stow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Ensure your seat is in the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. Thank you.
All right. I gotta see if that was something new. Basically an announcement saying that they were preparing for takeoff. Maybe I might have clicked something extra, but I don't remember hearing that last time. Alright. So I'm just going to stop here for a second. And let's see. Alrighty. So it looks like a pretty busy airport here in Auckland. I'm seeing a lot of activity in the area, which is good. A lot of flights going around. See nothing coming though, so we're departing on runway 23 left. So let's go ahead, let's get our pulse lights on and turn on our stirrups. Logo lights can come on as well. As usual, I forget to turn on my landing lights. And I think we are good to go overall. I'm going to activate toga mode. We have nav armed already, and I think everything is all good. All right. Beautiful morning here in Auckland. Let's get out of here, folks. Let's get this flight started. Rotate speed is about 104. Rotates. Gear up. Yaw damper on. Activate autopilot. Let's do flight level change. And let's get a 250 knots. The flaps up as well. And as usual, folks, you know that the CJ4 doesn't mess about. If you're trying to Oops. We're about to overspeed. There we go. Yeah, as I mentioned before, the CJ4 doesn't mess about. If you're trying to do any kind of sightseeing, you fly out. This plane is like a rocket. And we're about to start our first turn. So New Zealand is a very beautiful country, from what I know about it. And hoping that when we get into Christchurch, I'm gonna see some good scenes as well. So according to our flight plan, we're restricted to 41,000 feet up to the NP waypoint, which is this guy here. After that, we can climb to 43,000. So that's going to be the plan. Now, what I want to do is just check the weather in Christchurch. Now I have to remember how to do that. Data link, weather, request, and I believe it's NZCH. Let's do send. So I see received. Yeah, go view. NZCH. And we have the METAR here. Winds out of 140 at 3 knots, 18 degrees. Don't really know what the rest means. So I'm gonna pull it up over here as well on my computer. Just get that converted. Let's go parts. Oh, landing lights have come off as well. We are well over. Oh, never turned them on. Alright, these guys come off. Alright. And you can get a standard altimeter as well. I believe the transition altitude here is 13,000 feet. Okay. I'm just pulling up the weather off screen. And I just want to check the weather mainly because I know that the weather in Christchurch, I've seen, well, I don't know if specifically in Christchurch, but I've seen a lot of videos of weather in New Zealand where it's like extremely windy, foggy, cloudy on landing, but the weather in Christchurch today is actually really good. So according to this guy, this is sort of in line with what I see here. It said the wind's out of 140 at 3 knots. Visibility is 6 knots, sorry, 6 miles roughly. Temperature is 18 degrees. Yeah, temperature is 18 degrees. The dew point is 10 degrees. Altimeter is 3015 or 1021. Yep. And there's no clouds at all under 12,000 feet. So yeah, it is really looking really good. We're gonna check the weather again once we get closer, but yeah, for now, I mean, it's only an hour flight, so I don't really see anything too crazy happening outside of that. Just overall, I hope that whoever's watching, I hope you guys have been enjoying my videos. If you've watched more than one, it's been pretty interesting putting out flight sim videos. I've been kind of keeping a rotation of on-air videos along with well, most recently the Umbrella 110 mod, the CRJ mod, and this as well, the CJ4 mod by Working Title. And I hope to bring in new aircraft in the future as more come into the sim. Okay. Alright, heading towards MP now, so once we hit this waypoint, we'll be climbing up to 43,000. And from there, I'm going to be keeping an eye on my top of descent. I should actually be changing this guy to present position. And let's go here. Top of descent is a little ways off. Okay. Yeah, but as I said, we have yeah, definitely looking forward to more mods that are going to be coming in the future at some point. But as I mentioned earlier, I really want to start flying the CJ4 a little more. I do quite enjoy this aircraft, but right now I just don't get to fly it as much as I want to. One second. Yeah, I don't get to fly it as much as I want to, but like on my channel, these videos in the CJ4 have kind of been the most popular ones, so I'm going to try and get some more flights in them, as people just seem to enjoy watching the CJ4 videos more. Anyways, we are steadily climbing at 250 knots up to 41,000. When we reach there, we'll be climbing up to 43. But I'm going to take a break now. When we come back, we'll be starting our descent into Christchurch and hoping for a smooth landing. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I hope everybody has enjoyed the video so far. Welcome back. We've started our descent into Christchurch. Currently right now we have crossed through 24,000 feet, heading down to 8,000 feet, which I believe is our initial approach fix. So VNAV is taking care of that for us right now. So you can see we have VPAF is active and Alt V is armed, so it's going to capture 8,000 feet once we reach there. I've checked the weather for Christchurch today and there is no huge difference. in terms of the weather that we discussed last time. It's still 18. Actually, the weather's gotten warmer. It's 20 degrees now. But it was about 18 degrees when we first started. Weather's picked up the wind has picked up ever so slightly, but I mean, outside of that, everything is still good to go. We are landing on runway 2 today, and we're going to be doing the ILS approach into Christchurch. We bring up Navigraph. So yeah, we're pretty much we're going to be coming in on this DME arc. Not too sure how that's going to be done. I think for us it's just going to basically look like a straight approach to this waypoint, and it's going to cut back, and then we're going to turn left at Adubu to head to Christchurch Airport. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in the frequency for the ILS, which is 109.9. So we shall come down here. Let's go tune, and I normally put the ILS frequency in both radios. It's 109.9. Do that there. Nav 2. Ugh. I forgot they changed that. 9. Okay. And now if you click on them, it'll bring you to your nav control page. So I'm going to switch this over to auto. And I'm going to do the same thing for nav 2. So let's come back. Alright. So I think that should allow us to pick up our localizer automatically. I believe that's how that works. Alright, so if you look back, here is our flight plan. As I mentioned, we're going to be approaching from the left side of the airport. The airport is right here. Approaching from the left side, making that turn in. And I'm just going to keep an eye on things. The airport should show up on our left-hand side at some point. I'm gonna bring up legs as well. So we're gonna be 8,000 feet is where it should be by the time we hit Blunt, and then I'm just gonna keep dialing down using VNAV to descend from there until we start our turn towards runway 2, and then I'll arm the localizer and let the ILS take over from there. The approach in, for the most part, has been pretty good. We've got an aircraft flying off in the distance. Yeah, the approach in was, for the most part, pretty good. It was really smooth until we hit the mountains. Let's see if you can see it. still here. So these mountain ranges behind us here. We came over those. So of course in FS 2020, whenever you fly over mountainous areas, you get a lot of turbulence. So we dealt with some turbulence as we flew over, but now it's smoothed back out again. As I said before, I just love how this plane flies. It's really, I found it really easy to fly, really easy to pick up, and it just feels so good, you know. So as I said, we're descending down to 8,000. But if I remember, I was trying to remember what I was saying before. But so we crossed over the mountains, but I mean the scenery has been pretty awesome in this part of New Zealand. The mountains were very mountainous. The coastline was very coastal, and it's I'm being silly, but it's been pretty. It's been a pretty beautiful approach. So we'll see how things look once we get closer. Luckily, we haven't had any real big issues with the weather, which in general, for most of my flights, I haven't had too much issues with weather, which is, I guess, it's kind of good and kind of bad. I've had some fairly bad weather, especially during the winter time when I've been in the King Air flying out. It's pretty like gnarly snowstorms and rain and that sort of thing. But as of late, pretty much all my weather's been pretty much perfectly fine. Not too much clouds, and not too much wind, anything like that. This is probably going to become a be careful what you wish for type situation, but I really want to do it for really just for like you guys to see. I think it's pretty interesting when you are flying out, or even when you're landing. So I have one landing in the CJ4 in Halifax. We're coming in, the weather is pretty terrible. In fact, it was pretty much IMC conditions almost till we reached the runway. And at that point, I was still trying to learn how the ILS worked, so I was pretty nervous the whole time. But overall, all's well that ended well. The runway came into sight literally at the last minute, pretty much within a few hundred feet. So I just continued. The CJ4 is a small aircraft, so runway length wasn't really a huge problem. So I just kind of took my time and gently landed it onto the runway, and we were able to stop and turn off with plenty of runway to spare. According to this, we're actually a little high right now. Maybe not. Seems as though we are a few, I don't know. Seems like we're a few thousand feet off, but VNAV isn't really adjusting our descent that much more. We're not really doing any aggressive descent to get to where we need to go. Might be because of the air pressure. I don't know. Just seems kind of way off right now. A little too far off. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Should be at 2,000 feet by Albad though, which is where we should be capturing the localizer, which is weird. It's kind of I don't know, that seems a little off. We'll see what happens though. The localizer frequency is already tuned, as you can see. That's why I was showing the I don't quite know what this is called. That's the ghost localizer. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what that's called. But if you see this after you've tuned your nav frequency, that means you should be good to go. Yeah, should be good to go as far as that's concerned. Now, what I do forget is how you switch. Do you switch right? Ah, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So when we get closer, we'll switch the nav frequency to nav 1, and that should turn us to where we need to go. Once again, I have no idea though. And I still feel like we're really high. We should be at 6,000 feet now. We're going to go down to 4,000 here. 4,000 should be where we're heading next. I don't know, this kind of feels way off. According to this, it should be. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I should probably try going into vertical speed mode. Maybe too high to capture the glide slope? I have no idea. So now with Airvax, we should be at 4,000 feet. We are at 7,300 with 4 nautical miles to go. Maybe I'm just worrying too much. I should need to stop worrying. Airport should actually be off to our left somewhere. Don't know where that somewhere is, but it's out there apparently. So according to the map, should be crossing at 9 o'clock now. Okay, that's it right there. Sort of hard to see. Okay, now we're looking at 2,000 feet. There. Lots and lots of farmland out here, it seems. So I think this is why we should be doing that DME arc. It's kind of a weird turn we have to do here. This is interesting. So the runway is directly to our left now, where the airports are. Directly to our left. We should be coming in on this runway here. And VNAV has us coming in at 2,000 feet, pretty much directed at our bed, which is good. So I was worrying a little bit too much. It's going to be a bit of a sharp turn to get back. It's going to be a bit of a weird turn to get back on the localizer. I'm not sure that's going to work. Okay. I'm gonna go flaps 15.
Altitude.
To go. And I'm just gonna go straight into approach mode. And let's switch over to Loc 1 is our ILS source. Sorry, our nav source. And as we slow down a little bit, I'm going to go flaps 35. Once we hit that, we've captured the localizer and the glide slope, I believe.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
So we're going flaps 35 now. Gear is down. we should be bang on glide slope as well. Gonna back up a little bit. Alright, we should be making the right turn, or turning slightly right to line up on the runway. As soon as this green line starts coming a little inward, we're all configured for landing. Turning towards the runway, which is right in front of us. Awesome. Okay. Got a pretty hefty crosswind as well. And I'm just gonna bring up the chart.
Oxygen masks have deployed. Please remain calm. Locate the nearest mask. Pull the mask down to the full length of the tubing and place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust your mask by pulling the elastic straps and breathe hard.
I hit the wrong
Assist
thing.
others with their masks at this time.
The oxygen masks have not deployed. Alright.
500.
Forgot to set up my minimums, but it's alright. Gonna take over from here.
Autopilot.
A little right, it's fine. Cool. So the landing felt like it happened in slow motion. It was buttery smooth, which is good. Could have probably turned off there. It's fine though. Cool. Spoilers are up. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Christchurch. All right. So, I'm gonna turn the landing lights off. One of those times where I wish I had a co-pilot with me. Cool. So we'll probably park around here somewhere. Flight director could come off. Don't need that. Alright, so let's park over here to the left. I always forget in the CJ4 to bring my yoke back up. It's a little frustrating. Awesome, we'll park here. I got to turn my strobes off, but beacons can come off. Engines off. All right. And that is it, folks. We are here. All in all, very smooth flight. So that means that I love New Zealand because it got me where I wanted to be, safe and sound. Once again, another awesome flight on the CJ4 with the Gen 2 repaint. That will be down in the comment section below where you could pick it up. It's, as I said, it's been out for about a month from what I saw. I think around April, I believe this was posted on flightsim.to. A lot of people seem to really love it, so I'm loving it as well. Looks beautiful. Make sure you keep checking back right here on this channel. This is FlyIsland Guy. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, like, and I will catch you on the next one. Stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. Take care. I'm out. Peace.